Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to more Understand. Hope you're having a good day today. I am. Look, let's have a tableside fireside discussion with Tyler right now. I got a ton of nervous pent up energy inside of me. Okay, I'm basically just signed a new apartment lease with my girlfriend. First time we're living together. It's super stressful because I kind of thought that I was moving out in December, and then we were doing this, and now in the next 2 weeks we'll be moving, which is September 20th. It's a little stressful. So I was kind of just pacing around my apartment. I was like, I need the pent up energy, record something. So what game do I do? The one that requires the most attention possible. Fair warning, right? Maybe my brain won't be here. Maybe I got extra blood flowing to it instead of somewhere else, and we can get some good stuff going. 4-3. So we learned a little bit, right? Not that, huh? What the hell is this? Okay, so we know that it's like, you know, the triangle pieces. I call them triangle pieces, but they're more like, I don't know, it's just like your standard Tetris piece type thing. A little tiny L. That's a good way to word it. So tiny L, we put a circle in a, you know, you put one slot next to the circle kind of thing. So what happens here? How about this? Okay, so it's just, it doesn't have to be in the center. It just has to be two other combiners. What if we do this? Okay, so it has to be the L shape. It just can't be, well, what about this? Nope, don't like that. So it's gotta be the L shape. Okay, I mean, dude, this is fine, right? This is totally fine. We can vibe with this. Kind of. There's gotta be a way to do this. I mean, there's definitely a way to do this, or else the puzzle wouldn't be in here, right? But there has to be a good way to do it. Okay, what the hell? What the hell? There's gotta be a good way to do it. I feel like I'm just making, there we go, making the same thing over and over. Okay, two of them. We can do two of them. We can do two of them. That's not a problem. How about we go... it's actually a little bit trickier than I think we initially thought that it might be. So let's think about the corner, right? So this guy can be like this. He can be like this. He can be like this. He can be like this. I actually like that one a lot. But then over here, we run into a problem. So if we go up this way, that actually effectively shuts down any possible path for that. So it can't be this. Well, if it's this, we have to start somewhere else. But then, to be honest, that actually means it's impossible. So it can't be this. You have to look at it like, so this can never be like this. Which means this guy, you have to start in a corner, but this can't be it either. Because wherever you start, you gotta end at the other circle. So I think it has to be something like this, actually. And then we just do something along these lines. Something like this. So you don't like that. So they can't be connected is the other thing that you failed to mention. I mean, you didn't really fail to mention it. I just didn't pay attention to it. So what else do we know? How about that? So that, I mean, that still remains the same in terms of what I was thinking this entire time. We like it. We like it. This one's a little weird, actually. This puts us in an obscure spot where you can only make so many things. And those things are... Oh, this is really interesting. So if they're in the corner, you can't do it, right? Because you got this, you got this. There's no way to fill in all of this plus this one and this one, right? There's no way to fill all of that in one stroke. So it can't be put them in the corners. So that means they have to be like that. And then similarly, like this. The problem is that this shape, with this included, also does not work. So if this is like this, and then this is like this, that does not work. If this is like this, and this is like this, that does not work. Or like this and like this, that does not work. How do we pull it off? You have to... What if they can be 4 length? They cannot. So that actually passes. What if it can be something, well, no, we definitely know the second one is the circles can't be in the same thing as each other. And the first one is you can't touch a circle. And the last one is, you know, it's got to be separated. So, and it has to be a 3-banger, right? And a curved 3-banger shape at that. Maybe it just has to be equal. It does. That's the big unknown piece for this puzzle. So as long as it's symmetrical for the length, it's fine. So, in reality, we should be able to do something like this. And by something like this, I mean you gotta also fill in everything. So it's gonna be like this, and then over here, and then up here. Okay. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. You do the exact same thing again. You get to here, you go down, you go up this time. Oh, you son of a gun. I clicked. I did not want to click. You go to here, you go down. You go up, you go over, around to here. And that's problematic, but if we start here instead, we can do it. And I in my heart of hearts, I think this works. If it doesn't work, then I clearly misunderstood. But would you look at that? Okay, honestly, 4-3, I feel good. All right. What have we learned? Circle and square and a white space on each one. Definitely not circle and circle. Don't even think about it. This is a very heterosexual shape relationship is what we're going to call that. How about that? You hate it. Definitely don't want a polygamous relationship, I'll tell you that. Okay. Sure. We're just going to keep this going. Just going to keep this going until eventually you tell me I am in the wrong. Okay. Just going to keep this going. You hate it. You hate it. You still hate it. Okay. You do like that, though. Cool. So they have to be the same in terms of what is in them. But this you did not like. So maybe it straight up has to be 3, dude. I mean, do you think it could straight up just be 3? You don't like that, though. Hear me out. What if we do what if we do something real freaking weird? Okay. I think these have to be together. So that fulfills that. It's the same thing we did before. I'm confused a little bit. Okay, and this one, they're next to each other. What if we do that? That also works. They have to be the same. 3 spots of white space, 1 spot of white space, 3 spots of white space, 4 spots of white space. That automatically breaks maybe what I thought one spot of white space, and in this one, so I mean, it just has to be a rectangle or a square. But they have to be the same rectangle or square? So what if we do... Okay, I mean, I can do that. What if we do this? Yeah. So it's a big rectangle, but they're the same big rectangle, so we're fine. This one's weird, though. This one's weird, but I, again, do not really feel a lot of fear for this, because we know what the shtick is. But here's the wonky part. We know that it has to at least be 3x3. And in the process, that actually makes it really hard. Well, no, it doesn't. I'll tell you why, okay? What if we do something... What if we do something like this? But obviously we would have to find a way to actually make them work. So I'm looking at, like, you know, something like this. Now I don't think this is going to work because we have this white space up here. In fact, they really hated this. We can't make a two sets of squares, right? It's not doable. You could do something like this, but that's not the same, right? And they're connected. Like, it's all messed for that. Hear me out. Was there anything that said that the same shapes had to be in it? I guess that's the second condition, because otherwise this would pass. So the second condition is that you have to have a circle and a square together, circle and a square together. Has to be. That's the second condition. Touching a circle, so if we do this, that passes the first one. That passes the second. Okay. The second condition is no white space, which is very interesting. So then the last condition is about the shape. That's what that means. So they would have to be the same shape. Now, if we mess around with this, right? And we say, except here's the problem. I don't know how to make them the same shape. I guess it's this, right? This should pass the third condition. It does. So they're the same shape in that one. We passed the first one because there's no white space. We don't pass the second because the second is you got to have a heterosexual relationship. We understand. Okay. So that's everything. Piece it together now. That's the hard part, right? That's the hard part, is figuring out how to piece it together. So it can be... What shape can the last one be, is the problem. I don't know. I really don't. I think that's the difficult one for me, is I can't really figure out what shape we're allowed to have, because this makes it, you know, kind of seem like I could do L's with them, right? Which is gonna be really hard to do. Like, that's gonna be really, really difficult to figure out. So you could go from here, you do something like that. But that's clearly not correct, for a multitude of reasons. What if you made a Tetris shape? This is all about Tetris shapes right now. What if you made a Tetris shape? This Tetris shape is actually an impossibility. What if you made a Tetris shape that was the Z, right? Everybody loves the Z Tetris shape. That is not going to happen. I don't think that's actually possible to do that. I'm looking at basically doing something like this and then pairing it with something like this. Believe it or not, that passes the last one. Why does that pass the last one? That doesn't. Circle and square isolated in the same amount of, but them isolated in the same amount of white space is not correct. Because otherwise that would. They have to be isolated in the same shape. Dude, I don't remember how I did this. Oh, frick. Was it this? Yeah. They gotta be isolated in the same shape. What that shape is, I don't know. So, I mean, it could be this, but then it's actually impossible to isolate that. So it could be this, and then also that, and then you would snake. Oh, dude, this might actually work. Am I a freaking genius? You go around. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so good. Okay, so we do know now. This is weird though. I mean, this is obviously weird. But what if we do something like what? I really thought that was gonna work. But it is effectively not the same. No, neither is this. So they gotta be straight up the same shape when you look at it. That's why this doesn't work. Okay, you know what? I understand. So they have to look like the same shape. So what shape can we make them look like that fits here? You can do something like this, but you can't because then that's gonna connect those and they're gonna be in the same spot. So how do you make a shape that they can both be without them touching? That is hard. That's hard. Because it has to be... That's so hard. Like... That okay. It's definitely what it is. How do you pull this off? There's a part of me that almost thinks you have to have these two together and then the other two together. So how do you make a shape where they are all happy? And that shape, oh god, dude. So what if it was like something, not, because you can't ever have this L. I keep on wanting to make this L. It can't be this L because it overlaps that. So what if the shape was like, I don't know, this. You can never go right from the square. Yeah, okay, that's a good start. You can never go right from the square. Can you go up? You can never go up from the square. So you have to go to the left. But you can't go left. You can't go left either. Because where are you going to go? Okay, is this psycho like? Yeah, it is. Because there's no way to make this again here. Unless they can be in the same thing. Can they be in the same thing? Dude, I think they can be in the same thing. So the first condition was don't touch those. The second one is they have to be isolated. So they do have to be isolated. They cannot be in the same thing. Okay. So that does answer that question, which is why this does not work because it fails the second condition. Okay, that's fine. So they have to be in separate quadrants. Circle, square, circle, square. And it's gotta be the same shape as well. So what if it was something like this? 4, 3, like that. You know what? Give it one more. No, do not give it one more. This is gonna work. It's 5 on the bottom. This is so close. This is so close. This is the shape. It has to be. This has to be the shape. We just have to chop one more off the bottom. How are we gonna do that? We do it by... So that's now 4 along the bottom. That's not gonna work. So we have to somehow... So that's now 2 on the bottom. But we don't really want 2 on the bottom. What if... Oh god, did I just do something weird? Did I just do something weird and it was totally correct? I just did something weird and it was totally correct, dude. Let's freaking go. Honestly, that one feels really good. That one feels insanely good. 4, 5. Okay. I'm liking this. So two stars out of 5 for section 4. I'll tell you that. This section can suck my butt. Okay. Number 1, don't touch a star. We like it. Number 2, stars can't be together. Never mind. How about this? No, you don't like that, huh? So, stars have to be in 2 separate things, and they also can't be the same kind of 2-banger. Okay? Stars gotta be in separate things, and they can't be the same kind of 2-banger, is the last one. Stars gotta be in 2 separate things. And number 3 or 2, you can't have no white space. But if you do this, it should pass. Okay, we like that. You bring in the squares. Doesn't matter as long as they're isolated in 2 separate styles of kaplooey. But they also gotta be equals. I think that's an important one too. So that one fails the last one because they are, in fact, wonky. See, now this one should work, in my opinion. See, why does that one not work? See that one should have worked. That one should work. Why? What is the 3rd condition? So 4th condition actually passes, which is interesting. But what is the 3rd condition? 3rd condition is... So it can be a 3. What if, since it's 2 shapes, it's 3... So 1 shape is 1 extra, 2 shapes is 1 extra, 2 shapes is 1 extra. But there's no way to make... There's no way to make that... That passes that, though. So it can't be even number total, because this is odd, right? And that fails the 4th because it's different. So what actually is the condition we're missing here? That passes the last one too because they're different. But they have to be what? Gotta have the same number of things? Okay, what the? I did this exact same freaking thing a second ago, didn't I? Did I not? Or did I do this? So that fails. But wait. That fails, but this passes. So they gotta... Why, though? See, that's confusing to me. That's confusing. Because it really feels like that should work if I do it the other way around, because it's the exact same as this. Okay, we'll keep it in mind. What? Okay. Well, we know that that is probably like that. But again, you hate that from me. For what reason? We hate that. I'm missing the vital third clue. That's the problem, is I don't know what the third clue is. And we messed around with it here. And I still don't know what it is. So that passes, but on the flip side, that fails. And it fails the third one. So what is different about this? And it's when you do this, this is 4, but it's mirrored, but it's the same here. This is mirrored. Like, these are effectively the same, dude. That's why I'm so confused by this. So, like, that also fails, but the square has to mean something to me. And as soon as I touch the square, we're all messed up. And I still want to say that the... How about that? No, you really hate that. So there is actually a route in which we have 3 sets of 2. But that fails the second because there's 2 of the same. You know, this guy is... Which means you can never have 3 sets of unique 2. There's only 2 ways to make a 2, right? Horizontal, vertical. So what is unique here? This passes the third one. It passes the third one. That doesn't pass the third one. That doesn't pass the third one. That doesn't pass the third one. Still passes the rest, though, which is interesting. What if I create a set of white space? Something like this. That fails 2, 3, and 4. So 1 is definitely don't touch a shape, just so you know. But what is 2? Because we don't know, we really don't know any of them. I think 2 is you can't have white space without a shape. And we could find a way to test it. I mean, it's the same vibe. This is the same thing as before, just Uno reversed. So what are we missing? Well, what does this do? Fails 2 and 3. But that just fails 3. Can we make a world in which there's a square for both of them? I don't think so. Without them touching, that is not really possible. In fact, it's literally not possible. There's no shot at that. That's still weird. That's still weird. I'm just gonna try a bunch of these. What if they have to have the same number of things? So you do something like, you know... Well, the shortest amount that we can have in this is 5. So... Because to connect this to this is 5. But we could instead do a 4-banger, 4-banger. But boy, it hates these tall L's, man. Like, this is different. They gotta be on the same level? That makes no sense. These are not on the same level. So why? Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't. They both had 4. They don't like that at all. What if we do this? You don't like that. What if we do this? You don't like that? Dude, I don't know how to do that one. And then these have to all be isolated. But this is another one where it's not... You can't just do the corners like this, right? So don't touch a shape is still definitely number one. But as soon as you isolate one of them, then they all have to have the same shape, right? Is that not the vibe that you kind of create with that? As soon as you do that, they all have to have the same shape. So how do you effectively do that? What if, hear me out, what if we just make this? So number two is you can't have the same shape touch the same shape. So if we do this, yeah, can't have the same shape touch the same shape. But then that fails the other one. And then this fails that again. If I knew, so 1, don't touch shapes. 2, can't have the same shape touch the same shape. 3, no freaking clue. And that's why we're failing, right? If we knew that, then we'd be in business. But we don't know that. So thus we are not in business, is unfortunately how this goes. This might work. Fails the last one. Because I swear the last one is that you gotta have unique shapes. And it's a freaking weird one, man. I mean, it's a really weird one. So you got a 2. You got a 3. You got 2 different kinds of 2s. A 4, a 5. It's just, it makes no sense here. These are both 2s. These are both 2s. These are both 2s. And the 3s and 4s don't make sense. And the problem is, like, I gotta get this one in order to complete the level, and I don't know what this one is. And we've done this 1,000 times. There's not that many answers for this, to be perfectly blunt, that fit, you know, what we know we have to do for parts of this. So I'm amused that this is taking this long, because it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, dude, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I should keep going though. I should keep looking at it. So we know this is wrong, right? Because we know, not that. We know this is how you do it. But what is different? This is the one that we're supposed to learn. But I don't know what I'm supposed to learn from this. What is different about this? That fails the last one because it's not a unique shape. I think the last one has to be unique shapes. But the third one clearly is not, it is not symmetry, because these are symmetrical. They are exactly the same. So is it something stupid like it has to be mirrored? They're in the same spot, so it can't be that. So it's flipped 90 degrees and 180, but this is just 90, not 180, or else it would be like, I mean, it wouldn't be possible, right? It straight up wouldn't be possible. That fails the last one too, not a unique shape. But why, in an ideal world, can you not do this? And I just don't know. I just don't know. Is it something with my... I don't think it's something with my line, or else it would have worked. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have worked, but one of these would have failed. Like, all of these fit the third one. That's what's confusing to me. That still fails. I'm gonna tell you, I'm kind of truly stumped. I'm kind of truly stumped. I don't necessarily... That also works. Okay. What? But why? That fails the fourth one because they're not unique shapes. They're fundamentally different positions for the stars. So like, this should fail the third one. I don't know, man, because those are in the same position. So in my eyes, that should fail the third one. But clearly it doesn't. Like, can I force the third one to fail here? Third one passes. Third one fails here. But not here. Here it fails, because it's a 3 and a 2. So... So they have to be the same length and be mirrored. I don't know. Like, there's still something with mirroring, but this should fail. I don't know, man. I'm kind of genuinely stuck on this one. And I feel like, you know, in the past, I get stuck on a level, but I at least know, like, pieces parts about it. I'm stuck. I got no freaking clue what the hell this third condition can be. Because I'm struggling with, there's 4, there's 4. There's 5, there's 5. I mean, three bits of empty space. This is 4 bits. This is 5 bits, I guess. I mean, we could do that. No, that's definitely wrong. That's way more than what we bargained for. This is 4 bits of empty space plus the 1. But that's the only way we can split her up. That fails the second one, which is no white space without a shape. A 2? We know a 2 works. And we know the sideways works. So what if we go sideways and vertical? But you hate that? I don't know. I am stuck. I'm stuck. I don't know. And then 3 of them here. I got no freaking clue. Because in my eyes, this one you gotta have 2s again. But maybe you don't. Maybe the length doesn't matter. You heard it here first. Well, you know what? We can test it here. Perhaps. In fact, I actually don't think it's possible to test it here. So that's 4 and 4, but that fails the third. Because I still think they have to be fundamentally the same shape. Just they can't be totally the same shape. Like that will never work. That's a 3 and a 2, so that'll never work. But if you do this, wait, this, that works. I don't know, man. I really don't. This one broke me a little. I don't actually know how to do this. And I'm broken enough to actually give up for right now. A lot of you have said, hey, Tyler, it's okay to not know how to do a section. Drop it, you can come back in the future. I'm good with that. We can come back in the future. I don't know how to do 4-5, and that's okay. That's okay. But for now, hey, thanks so much for watching. As always, liking the video, much appreciated. If you know what to do on 4-5, hey, let me know. But I'll probably have the next video recorded already, so I probably have already thought about it. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.